Welcome to Q&A, Social Security Disability Today. This program is brought to you by the Reeves Law Firm, representing you and your Social Security and disability needs. If you have a problem or questions regarding Social Security and disability, call attorney Anthony Reeves. Here's your host, attorney Anthony Reeves.
Now, let me tell you, everyone, this is one of those do not freak out responses. You're going to freak anyway, but don't freak out. How many of you have applied for disability benefits and then you're applying for something physical and then out of nowhere you get notification from Social Security that they want to set you up for an examination for a mental examination? Then, it is on and popping because you are mad. I ain't applying because of mental. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And this is what I tell people. First of all, the reason why they're sending you for a mental evaluation is because of a couple of things. One, you may have alerted them something in your file or alerted them to something that there's not a lot of medical evidence towards. For instance, let's say you mentioned that after you had a bad car accident, you're alleging that you have a bad back. And that after you've gotten out of the accident, you've been out of the accident for about 6-7 months, you're afraid to get into the car because your heart starts to race. You get really anxious that you're going to get into another accident. You know what that is? Anxiety. But you haven't gone to see anybody for it because nobody has told you that you need to. Well, guess what? Social Security has a duty to develop your file. If they notice that you've made a couple of allegations of anxiousness and anxiety, but no one has actually seen you, they may actually send you for an evaluation to determine whether or not your issues with anxiety may impact your ability to work. So that's one area there. Another thing, let's say you barely made it out with the 5th grade education and you had a fall, you slipped and you fell. And in the course of your filling out the paperwork, you indicate that you have somebody has to help you with the paperwork because you can't read, you have problems with writing and so forth. So now they want to send you for an IQ exam to see what your IQ is because you didn't graduate from, you didn't get out of the 5th grade, you repeated several grades, and you've been doing labor pool stuff. That's not a bad thing against you. They're just trying to see whether or not you have some learning problems because that may have an impact as well. Let me tell you this when I tell people this. You have a burden of proving that you're disabled. Social Security is going to look at everything. The fact that they have decided they need to send you for a mental examination is not them telling you that you're cuckoo with Cocoa Puffs. Pause that for a second. What they're doing is they're saying that there's indications in your file that there may be other things in addition to your physical problems that may be impacting your ability to work, and they have a responsibility to determine what that is. And let's be real. If you're trying to get disability benefits and they determine that your physical as well as your mental, or mental by itself disables you, are you really going to complain that much? Because let's be real, who's going to know that you got disability benefits because they made a determination that your mental status was at such a level that you're disabled? Are you going to go around telling everybody that you're getting a check because you're mentally crazy? No. The Social Security Administration has a responsibility of determining whether or not you're disabled. So if there's evidence in the file that demonstrates that there needs to be further development with regard to your mental, don't freak out, people. Just go with the flow.